What if I told you that some of the biggest names in WWE, superstars you've watched dominate arenas and headline WrestleMania, have quietly made medical changes to their bodies that most fans never even realized? In a business where every camera angle is unforgiving and every detail gets magnified under arena lights, appearance becomes more than just a bonus. It becomes part of the job description. And sometimes that pressure leads wrestlers to make decisions that reshape their bodies in ways fans rarely talk about openly. Today, we're taking a closer look at the real stories behind those choices. Not rumors designed to embarrass anyone, but moments where WWE stars took control of their own image, their health, or their confidence through medical procedures. Some did it to feel better about themselves. Others did it because life in the spotlight pushed them to change something they had struggled with for years. And in a few cases, those decisions even came with risks that nobody could have predicted. These are 14 WWE wrestlers who medically enhanced their bodies in ways you probably didn't know about. Let's start with number 14, Carmella. If there's one WWE star who seems to attract constant conversation about her appearance online, Carmella is definitely near the top of that list. Every time she appears on television looking slightly different, more polished, more glamorous, or just refreshed, the internet lights up with speculation. People begin dissecting her face, her makeup, her photos, trying to decide whether she's had cosmetic work done. Instead of ignoring those rumors, Carmella decided to address them directly. In a video released through WWE's official YouTube channel, she looked straight at the camera and explained the truth. According to Carmella, she has never had cosmetic procedures done to her face. She didn't dodge the topic or give a vague answer. She said it plainly, making it clear she wanted to stop the rumors before they spiraled even further. But she also didn't pretend to be perfect or untouched by cosmetic choices. Carmella openly admitted that she does have breast implants. For her, it wasn't something to hide or be embarrassed about. It was a personal decision she made for herself, not something she felt ashamed of. What frustrated her most wasn't people discussing the implants, it was people insisting her entire face was fake. She pointed out something many women deal with constantly, the idea that if a woman changes over time or takes care of her appearance, people immediately assume it must be artificial. Carmella even challenged fans to keep the conversation grounded in facts instead of assumptions. What made the moment interesting was the fact that WWE itself allowed the topic to be discussed on its platform. For a company that often avoids controversial subjects due to its family-friendly image, addressing cosmetic surgery openly was unusual, but the response proved audiences appreciated honesty. The video gathered hundreds of thousands of views, and for once, Carmella was the one guiding the narrative about her own appearance instead of letting speculation define it. At number 13 is Kiana James. For a while, it looked like everything was lining up perfectly for her career. She had been called up to WWE's main roster and arrived with a character that felt confident, focused, and ready to make an impression. Then suddenly she disappeared. No storyline explanation, no farewell segment, no clear announcement about why she was gone. She was simply missing from television. In wrestling, silence often creates more questions than answers. With no official statement explaining the absence, fans began trying to fill in the gaps themselves. One rumor started gaining traction quickly, the possibility that Kiana James had taken time away to undergo a medical procedure that changed her physique, specifically breast augmentation surgery. These kinds of whispers aren't unusual in the entertainment world, but what made the speculation louder was what happened when she returned. When Kiana James finally appeared on television again, some viewers believe they noticed a difference. Not a completely new persona or gimmick, but a change in proportions and how her ring gear fit. To some fans, it looked like a physical transformation. However, Kiana James has never publicly confirmed undergoing any cosmetic procedure. That lack of confirmation leaves the story sitting in an uncertain gray area. There's no official proof, but there's enough noticeable change that many viewers remain convinced something happened during her time away. Her situation highlights a unique reality about professional wrestling. Because wrestlers perform on television every week, even a short break, combined with a slightly different appearance, can quickly become a major topic of speculation. Number 12 brings us to Buff Bagwell, and his story might be one of the most unusual on this list. During the 1990s wrestling boom, appearance was everything. The era was packed with larger-than-life physiques, and every wrestler wanted to look like they were sculpted from granite. Buff Bagwell understood how important that image was. His muscular build was a major part of his brand, but he believed one detail could make his body look even more impressive: his calves. To improve them, Bagwell made the decision to get calf implants. On paper, the idea seemed simple. Bigger calves would make his legs look more balanced and powerful on camera. But the human body isn't something you can modify without risk. After receiving the implants, Bagwell began experiencing serious complications. The implants were eventually removed because they were believed to be affecting blood circulation in his leg and foot. What started as a cosmetic improvement quickly turned into a genuine medical concern. Unfortunately, the challenges didn't stop there. According to former WCW president Eric Bischoff, Bagwell became the subject of constant teasing backstage once other wrestlers learned about the implants. Instead of being seen as a private personal decision, it became locker room gossip. The jokes reportedly went on for a long time, turning something that was already stressful into a mental challenge as well. Bagwell later dealt with additional health struggles and serious leg issues following a car accident years later. His story stands as a reminder that altering your body for appearance can sometimes lead to consequences nobody anticipates. At number 11 is The Rock. When you look at him today, it's easy to assume he's always been the perfect image of strength and confidence, but even someone like The Rock had a physical issue he decided to address medically. During the early 2000s, he underwent surgery to correct gynecomastia, a condition where male breast tissue develops more than usual. Gynecomastia isn't always related to weight gain. It can be caused by genetics, hormonal changes, or other biological factors. For someone whose career depends heavily on appearance, even a small physical detail can feel magnified under bright lights and high-definition cameras. Instead of hiding the procedure, The Rock eventually spoke about it openly. He explained that the surgery was an aesthetic choice he made because he wanted to feel better about his appearance. What made his response stand out was how straightforward it was. He didn't frame it as something embarrassing or shameful. He simply said he wanted to improve something that bothered him, so he fixed it. In an industry where masculinity and toughness are constantly emphasized, that honesty earned him respect. By speaking openly, he helped normalize a condition that many men quietly struggle with. Number 10 is Roman Reigns. When fans think about his transformation over the years, they usually focus on his character evolution into the dominant tribal chief, but another change many people noticed was his smile. Roman Reigns reportedly received dental veneers, a cosmetic dental procedure that creates perfectly aligned, bright white teeth. In TV and entertainment, a polished smile can become part of a star's overall image. When Reigns debuted his updated look around 2020, reactions were mixed. Some fans thought the new smile looked great. Others joked that the teeth were so bright they almost looked unreal. Memes quickly spread across social media. But from a branding perspective, the change made sense. As the face of WWE during that era, Reigns was presented as a polished, dominant champion whose entire appearance reflected confidence and power. At number 9 is Vince McMahon. Over the years, the former WWE chairman became less visible in public. When he was unexpectedly seen on camera in 2025, fans immediately noticed something unusual. His face looked noticeably tighter, sparking speculation that he might have undergone a facelift or other cosmetic procedure. Some observers pointed to heavy makeup, while others believed the changes suggested surgical work. Nothing has ever been officially confirmed, but the difference in his appearance compared to earlier years was enough to fuel endless debate.
Number 8 is Chyna. Known for breaking barriers as one of the most physically dominant women in wrestling history, Chyna never shied away from discussing cosmetic changes. During the 1990s, she reportedly underwent jaw reconstruction surgery that noticeably altered her facial structure. She also had breast augmentation procedures during her career. According to stories shared by people close to her, one of those implants may have ruptured during a match after a collision in the ring. China's experience highlighted how dangerous professional wrestling can be, especially when cosmetic procedures intersect with a sport built on physical impact. At number 7 is Nikki Bella. She openly discussed having breast implants as part of her personal image and confidence. But in 2025, a moment inside the ring reminded everyone that cosmetic procedures can come with unexpected risks in a contact sport. During a match on Raw, Nikki took an elbow strike from Piper Niven that caused one of her implants to shift toward her rib area. The situation was serious enough that she took time away to get medical evaluation. It served as a reminder that even routine wrestling moves can have unpredictable consequences. Number 6 is Charlotte Flair. Like many entertainers, Charlotte decided to get breast implants earlier in her career. But shortly after WrestleMania 34, she began experiencing severe health problems. Doctors later informed her that she was dealing with silicone poisoning related to the implants. The condition forced her to step away from WWE for a period while she recovered. Charlotte later described the experience as frightening. Number 5 is Stephanie McMahon. In 2001, she underwent breast augmentation surgery, a decision that quickly became public discussion due to her high-profile role in WWE. Stephanie confirmed the procedure during a radio interview and even spoke about swelling and complications during recovery. Being both an on-screen personality and part of WWE's most powerful family meant her personal choice became a public topic almost instantly. At number 4 is John Cena. For years, fans joked about his thinning hair and bald spot. In 2024, Cena revealed that he had undergone a hair transplant procedure. He explained that constant teasing from fans holding "Bald Cena" signs eventually pushed him to address the issue. Along with the transplant, he also used treatments like red light therapy and hair growth medications. Cena later said the change gave him renewed confidence. Number 3 is Sunny. As one of the most recognizable female personalities of the 1990s WWE era, Sunny openly admitted to having breast augmentation surgery during her time in the company. She explained in interviews that the decision helped her feel more confident in front of the camera and allowed her to maintain a distinctive look during an era when appearance often played a major role in a performer's popularity. At number 2 is Alexa Bliss. Unlike some other cases, Alexa Bliss had breast augmentation surgery before she ever joined WWE. She has explained in interviews that the decision came from her own personal struggles with body image and eating disorders. For her, the procedure wasn't about wrestling expectations, but about gaining confidence and feeling comfortable in her own skin. And finally, at number 1 is Eva Marie. From the moment she arrived through WWE's reality competition, Total Divas, Eva Marie built her brand around striking visuals and a glamorous appearance. Before becoming a regular performer, she underwent cosmetic procedures including a rhinoplasty and breast augmentation.